really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets called. And on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draws. He's going to have king X. And we kind of know, I mean, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets, and we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just spewing.
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are right.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't
I'm
be a
already
quiz.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes.
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
The right. But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, you know, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
Oh, that's hilarious. And everybody's 50.
Nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
Who the hell? Yeah, so Mad Dog.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
Right. All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about depipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options to 12 and 1,400 ounces. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on the site with these other crushers, you know, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. You know, Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. You know, remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think the pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when people get to the turn, there's an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and ready for
I would
the
fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning end.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Well, no, we cannot win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR giveaway.
$10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. You know what this means.
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool because we have 2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one. What's up? We're kicking it old school with the Bud Light commercial. How you doing? Saturday.
what up?
Study stream. We out here trying to get better. And yeah, man, I've been winning so much lately. I'm fucking tired today, man. It's all this hard work and winning.
Carrying all those
like,
bags of cash.
all this fucking doing this shit all day. Like, fuck, man, I'm tired today.
Winning tens of dollars is really hard. Winning
tens of dollars.
Winning dozens of dollars is tiring. Peanuts. What up?
That's hysterical. What's up, guys? Pray, what's up? Somebody gave me a follow. I think it was Joey. Or not a follow, a sub. I would think it was Joey. Make sure I get the shout out here. That is 7 months for Joey. Thank you, boss. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, see? Pray's like, I wish I was winning tens of dollars. So, some people strive to be me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Get them 5 spots. I feel it.
Sir Axel, Contrast, Missy, what up? Good old Kevin. Yes, I still play on ACR every single session. Stupor System, what's up? Dennis, what's up? Penny, what's up? Jerome, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, shit, I didn't do Nightbot.
What up to Army, Sixes, Mafia, E-Spirit, Molten Ashes, MTT Hero dropping it 2 times. Thank you, champ. What up, guys? How's everyone doing? We're gonna be getting in here. Get those poker coachings in the chat. Poker coaching in my chat. Poker coaching in Toe's chat. Any lurkers that don't know what's going on, if we pick you from either chat, you'll have a chance to compete for $5. And yeah, all you got to do is outscore the other person. We'll get that. We're going to be looking at quizzes kind of centered around live poker, really kind of honing in on WSOP preparation stuff. So anything mostly live poker, we're going to make a case for and kind of think about in that context. So we'll do that.
Damn, Six is coming all professional with an itinerary and shit.
No,
I'm out here barely showing up.
You know, we
Golden Child Poker, what up? Forgot to say hi to you too. Dad Life, what up? How did
You look lonely. What else is new, Cap? I'm fucking washed, weathered, and dusted.
How could you be
know how to
lonely?
stream
You're with
it.
me every day. We're doing this face to face. How
It's
could
the
you be
chat.
lonely?
Yeah, it's Twitch. I'm dead. What up, my man? How's the live been for you? Live grind been for you, Cap? Hopefully everything's been good, brother. Thank you, MTT Hero, again, my man. Appreciate it. Make sure everybody's getting in there. Eligible, yes, sir.
Should we pick a quiz?
Yeah, we can do that. Think about anything.
I know you really want to do live and WSOP, but do you see the title on Quiz 1993, and how do we pass that up at some point today?
Middle position.
That's not
middle
what it says.
Shizzle position for shizzle.
Middle sizzle in position for shizzle. You gotta love yourself some Evan Jarvis.
Louise.
Evan Jarvis is a fucking boss man.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Cash.
He's a good dude.
We can do
I know
that.
you don't want to do that, but the title.
I don't mind.
Look at the title. Look at the title. We gotta go.
Bait it. I'm in there.
Baited.
Yeah,
and then we have enough solver practice quizzes to do nothing but solver practice today.
Yeah, but the problem is his solver is Odin, and Odin as a solver is just
dog shit,
trash, in my opinion. So
agreed.
Added a money of 4, got a day 2 tomorrow, then Brigada next week. Live pro, beast.
Evan stays out of the drama too. Yeah, Evan is always been that way. He's nothing but positivity, always.
Oh, he's only here to help people, and he loves the game. He truly loves it, and he's a good person. So
honestly, on a different scale and in different ways, Sixes and I are very much the same thing. Like you never see us post about any of the drama. We never post about any of the drama ever. We ain't here for that shit.
Yeah,
I'm here to get better.
Yeah, I'm back for I got my shit pushed in Black Friday, and I'm not coming back to start drama. I'm just happy to be here. All right. Did we pick one? Shit,
we didn't.
Let's do 1997 first. Live tournament, 1K, the mini main event.
That's what I was going to pick his earlier one, but that works.
Yep.
All right. Bang! Oh my goodness, one of my favorite winners. Hollywood up first for the Army. I think he won first last time too.
What up? And then we got MTT Hero Ruh-Roh.
Legend on legend violence.
Ruh-Roh.
Nice.
All right.
Jam Plants, if you're out there, I don't know if you are, but I sent you your money yesterday. I don't think you're out there, but this is being recorded, so he can't sue me for the $5. All right, ready to play when you are.
Oh, I'm sure I owe somebody $5. If I do, I'll send you 10. That's fine. All right, let's go.
All right.
Here we have the wonderful ace-jack offsuit. Facing a raise from the cutoff, a 3-bet from the button. We are playing 67 big blinds deep in a $1,000 buy-in tournament. Both of my opponents are a little bit on the loose, aggressive side. I've been playing sanely enough. So, keeping that in mind, should we fold, call, re-raise to 21,000, or go all in?
Let me just see if I got this correct. He said that the regular opener was whatever, this 3-better was loose aggressive, and he was been playing sanely enough. Is that the word he used?
Fairly
sanely?
correct. I thought he said sanely correct or fairly correct.
Sanely
or
enough,
like that.
I think he said. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And we are 6-6, big Z. This is a little bit of a conundrum.
Any exploits for live? We can think about live poker. We can talk about all that, you know.
Fold. If they bet, if they're betting a lot, fold. Hollywood calling, Cyrus calling. Toe's energy today is awesome. It's really, it's funny because I kind of feel low energy. Re-raise or fold, says Golden Child. Lots of callers. Jerome folding. Sir Axel raising. He did not say anything about ICM. Meatball says, normally fold, but based on this guy being a Spazzola, 21K.
Squeeze or fold, I think in both, to be honest, I would fold, Kep says. Cold 4-better shove. MTT Hero saying 21K. I'm going for it.
I have thoughts.
I feel Ace Queen is the bottom of the offsuit, Kep says. Respect for the quiz.
Yeah, there's a raise and a 3-bet in front, guys. I have a theory about this spot, and I'm double-checking my sanity. Dad life folding. Lots of folders out there. Even with the note that this guy is a bit wild and cray-cray. Huh? It is awkward to play a bloated pot out of position, that's for sure.
JL can spaz out on occasion. Well, I wouldn't say that JL is just not scared.
No, he's in a great position where he's too rich to worry about losing the $1,000, which means he can play appropriately and not be too tired or whatever. Fold easy. What up, buddy? Peter Dream, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
I like folding the most, Molten Asher says. Ace Jack is kind of trash out of position, though. Okay.
Contra says, 3-bet in the quiz, fold in reality. Yeah, I'm ready. So right away.
What's your guy doing, by the way?
It's
first off, we're going 21K.
Cool. I don't think we have a flatting range here in this spot. I think we have zero flatting range with a raise and 3-bet. I take the solver, and we don't. H-Jackal, a fold in the solver. However, with the little caveat that this guy is wild, I believe we can discount this 3-bet and probably go 21.
Okay. So it feels like a fold a lot of the time, right? Like,
I think it's a standard.
Putting this out of position and like blocking the bottom. Are we trying to get better to fold? Are we trying to get worse to fold? Like, it's interesting. The button has to be. These have to be two really aggressive fucking players. For me to just want to go 21K, and I think it could creep in there in some cases. Maybe this instance it makes sense. Normally, just folding when it's two just standard nitty.
Generally, fold. Absolutely.
Like when it's just two, like people 3-bet too tight, or people open too tight, adding that in this hand, or they call too wide, then you're gonna be playing this multi-way. Jamming is too much. This combo doesn't play super well out of it. Offsuit, so I don't know. I'm probably just folding this using Ace Queen, jamming some Ace Kings or something and 3-betting those. But yeah, get me out.
Yeah, solver 3-bets, Ace Jack suited plus, mixes jam with Ace Queen suited and Ace King out.
I haven't even looked.
And then 3-bets 10 plus. Yeah, I would fold this normally too. I think just with the caveat that this guy's a Spazzola Cola.
I kind of hate the size of 21 as well, man. Wouldn't we want to go a bit?
It's pretty
bigger?
small out of position, but you have to look. It's like a quarter of a stack almost.
Yeah, we can't go any bigger. It becomes like half our fucking stack and shit. So I don't know. All right, we're going 21K. If this guy's aggressive when we have a live read, especially that he's 3-bet folding, or this guy's opening too wide, so he's going to 3-bet too wide. I like 21K. If this is live poker and you know people overfold the 3-bets and this is going to look strong as shit, 21K. I think more so in live poker, 21K is pretty boss here. If you have a read. So
we're calling. We're gonna find out.
Thank you for the follow. Let's do it.
As a
21.
default,
Yes.
facing a raise and a 3-bet in a tournament,
Especially
when you're
for
not
blind poker.
super duper duper deep, you probably do
Love
not
it.
want to have a cold calling range.
Hated the call.
Simply not cold calling here, because if you do call and you get any flop,
GG.
if you flop the nuts, you're
Goose.
gonna have a hard time getting paid. If
GG.
you flop nothing, well, you're gonna have a hard time realizing your equity.
Yeah.
So this is a spot where either I'm going to 4-bet or I'm going to fold.
I love this.
So as a default, I'm probably going to 4-bet something like 10s and better, ace king and ace queen suited, and get it in. So I'm going to go to something like 21,000 with those hands and then just not fold.
21.
And then we're going to have a
so
bluff.
small,
And I think
like
the logical
20,
bluff here
20,
is
24.
ace queen offsuit,
Right.
right? I don't think ace queen offsuit is quite good enough to re-raise and get it in. Now, if you instead think ace queen offsuit is good enough to re-raise
Whoa.
and get it in, well, then you want to widen your bluffs a little bit. Maybe to ace jack suited and ace jack offsuit, because that's the next best high card blocker hand, right?
True.
So I think it's at least somewhat reasonable to 4-bet this hand. I do want to make it clear, too. You can certainly re-raise with the idea that my opponents are going to play really tight and cautiously against me. So the fact that they're playing kind of loose and aggressive doesn't necessarily mean they're going to jam on me overly wide. Because imagine I've played like no hands, which is not the case, but imagine I've played no hands. If they then jam on me if I 4-bet after I've played no hands, well, they just must have the nuts, right? So if they must have the nuts, then I can fold out almost everything. This is what happens to a lot of really tight players, actually, is they only re-raise with aces, kings, queens, jacks, and ace king. And then when they get shoved on, they're shown aces or kings like every time, and they think, oh man, I got unlucky. I ran my ace king into kings. But they don't realize that I know you're a nit, and if you're re-raising me, you're not folding, so I must have the nuts to get in, right? And that's going to have your ace king in bad shape, which is why you don't want to play super nitty. It's a disaster if you 4-bet ace king and you're thinking about folding it. Okay, so anyway, I think this is a spot where I'm going to be re-raising ace queen for sure as a bluff and folding it to a shove. I'm probably going to re-raise all the ace jacks as well and fold them to a shove. I think that's going to be a nice, reasonable play. And then ace queen suited and ace king and 10s and better, I'm going to re-raise and call it off too. And that's going to have me a little bit bluff heavy, but I don't really mind. I talked about this in a few other quizzes from this $1,000 tournament, where in these $1,000 tournaments where, you know, some of the people care a decent amount about their tournament life, I'm just going to be a little bit aggressive, especially when I can make the opponents think they have to play for all their money. So we do go 21,000, and the button calls.
You know this shit is
The flop
happening.
comes 9-3-2. Should we check, bet 15,000, bet 30,000, or go all in?
You know what's really funny is he actually says, you know, these people care about $1,000. I don't care about $1,000. I'll be a little aggressive. He actually said it.
He said it. He didn't say I'm too rich to care, but he said it.
Yep.
He said they care and I don't.
Yep. I don't know how many points the folding was, to be honest with you. I have no idea. If I try and check, it'll mess up the quiz score.
Oh shit. He shoved ace-9 off for 25 big blinds into the chip leader on the final table in the Bahamas. He is shoving here. It's a beast, dude.
Yeah, you don't
Aggressive
give a fuck.
mistakes ain't never scared. Probably 15K.
Sir Axel's right. What's the point in having fuck you money if you never say fuck you? True.
True. Not
15 for Missy C Stars.
Solves, but I'm 4-bet, C-bet, 15K. 15K. Super dry flop. I think we go small. 15K.
15K with range, everybody. Everybody's saying 15, right? Right now.
Nothing outside of 15.
I haven't heard from Hollywood yet. Hollywood says 15.
Yep, everybody going 3-bet, C-bet, small. I wish 12K was an option. 10K was an option. 10K would be nice.
You think 10K? I think 10K might be just a little too small.
No, it's not. Look at the SPR. I would go fucking tiny.
You're going like
monsters.
15%.
That's a thing. You know, literally 15% is a bet size we use a lot at this SPR. I would go,
15,
aces, kings, queens. I would just
15,
fucking
15, 15.
with the speed. Shit, fucking 15%.
Peter says he just checks.
10K is more like 20%, and it's fine. Yep. All right, cool. 15Ks. 3-bet, C-bet.
Yeah,
checking,
pretty
and
standard.
then what? Check fold.
3-bet, C-bet, pretty standard. We generally gonna 3-bet, C-bet small. Like that's just kind of the play. It's certainly not checking. We definitely always have to. I mean, 3-bet, C-bet's like almost always a thing.
So you have range advantage.
Mm-hmm. This guy's wild. He's gonna call light. We can take it down now.
Yeah, I mean, we are really only representing. I guess we would have some 9x, but 9x cold 4-bet in our range. Guess in solver land it might be in 9 or something occasionally, but that's probably not a thing. So we're gonna have a shitload of overpair that would want to bet here. So
yeah, you know what? I forgot this was 4-bet too. Like we 3-bet, C-bet almost all of the time. We 4-bet, C-bet like pretty much every time.
All right. Well, let's do it. Let's see if JL thinks differently. You ready?
Yep.
Clicking it.
This is not an especially great flop for me, but I don't think that matters all that
snap.
much. This is a situation where, given the range I just told you, aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens, ace, king, ace, queen,
Yeah, the solo range is so strong. We always C-bet.
Ace, king, ace, queen, and ace, jack being spades and diamonds sometimes. I think we can pretty reasonably just make a small bet with my entire range. The opponent is going to have a pretty strong range themselves, but I think a lot of players in a lot of these tournaments have this tendency to call re-raises pre-flop, or even re-raises pre-flop, with all sorts of nonsense, with the idea that they're going to try to flop well, and if they don't flop well, they're just going to get out of the way. So, whenever I'm betting this flop, I think I can probably just bet everything, but assuming I'm not betting everything, I want to bet the worst hands in my range, just as a straight bluff, and ace-jack's a pretty reasonable hand to bluff with, because when we are behind, we usually have 6 pretty clean outs. So I love bluffing here. I'm going to go 15,000, which is very small. I do expect to have some fold equity for 15,000 because 15,000 is an amount that makes the opponent probably start to feel like they're going to be risking a decent amount of their stack. And if they don't have anything, they're going to fold. So we do go 15,000. They quickly fold, and we win a nice pot. If they did call here, it's going to get dicey on the turn. This may end up being a bluff spot, because if you think about my range, I have aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens, which are effectively the nuts, and I need to mix that in with some bluffs, and this may end up being a bluff. Maybe on the turn I maybe like check aces and maybe kings and check ace, king, and ace, queen to protect my checking range, and then I shove with maybe kings, queens, jacks, tens, and ace, jack offsuit. I think that could be very reasonable. Yeah, it'd be a dicey spot, but you're going to find that even though you could be in a dicey spot, you could get in a dicey spot. Quite often you just don't, and they give you the pot.
I will say this too. Contra says he's probably not folding any small sizing though if he's sticky and loose, or do we stray because of player dependent. I would say in a 4-bet pot, even sticky and loose guy is going to run for his money. We 4-bet and then are betting again. Like we are showing omega strength.
Well, these people are going to call king, queen. You know, they're just still going to have a pretty wide calling range. You may still even call some underpairs to get shook, but I think people with underpairs call. But he just still has ace highs, king, queens, broadways to just miss and get the fuck out of there. You know. Swished it. The decision to 3-bet post flop, pre-flop did it. Well done, MTT Hero. Good job, champ. You get your 5 spot back. Hell yeah. Make sure to whisper me, and I got you. Gift a sub. Yes, sir. We'll do that. MTT Hero is a god. Yes, sir, he is. Well done, champ. Cool. Let's pick another quiz.
You want to pick a keyword first?
Oh, yeah. You got one in mind?
Moneymaker, since we're doing WSOP.
That's the most boomer keyword we've ever. Money.
That's way worse.
Money maker. Not money's in the chat. It's in the chat. One person typed it in.
You want to know a funny story? I posted that win with that crazy table, that Affleck and all that shit, and Raymer hit me up. Raymer was like, "What's SC?" He's like, I Googled it and I thought it was some sort of coin. And so he thought it was some sort of cryptocurrency, and he tried to Google it. He's like, "Looks like this is a $1 tournament. That didn't seem right, Toe." So I may have brought the Fossil Man over to Global. We'll find out. Stay tuned.
Hey, nice way to enrich the player pool there with some. No, I'm sorry, stop. What up, praying game? And got to get the Keck W out there. I know.
Was he wearing his
you guys
eyeball
are getting in
glasses?
there.
Maybe. I don't know. Greg's a nice guy, man. We've had him on the stream before. Super nice guy.
Years ago.
I won't go into the whole story, but a guy who really took me under his wing when I was coming up in the early 2000s. A lot to Greg Raymer. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, he's a cool cat. Well, I guess we could do this cash game one, get this out the way, and then we'll look at a couple more live hands or any situation that looks like a live tournament that we can get better in. Oh, Jackson with the 19 time. You woke up for this? Wow, you're awake right now. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Good morning.
Yeah, we could tell that story another time. Only supposed to bring fish. You know, I was talking about this before, like why I don't have a regular home game. My regular home game would fucking suck. Who would come? Justin Saliba, Crazy Sixes, fucking Matt Affleck, fucking Jay Smith, just all full-time pro. Like, this is the hardest home game ever.
They don't know that once a year.
Terrible game selection.
JL tries to get these tables together with all of us playing cash once a year, and it's awful. It's awful tables.
Yeah,
like it's Jaffe. It's
it's like Jaffe and Romero playing 1-3. Like, what the fuck? It's like, Justin and JL. Like, you're the hugest fish at the table.
You would think they're playing bad, but they're not.
No.
All right, they're just trying to work you.
They're always trying to win. They're just like us, right? They're mental.
All right, I'm ready to roll it. I'm not fucking.
We could pick a quiz. Give it another minute or so while we pick a quiz. Are you looking for specific?
Jackson.
You looking for specific something that says live, or are we gonna do the normal just group of people we always do?
Let's get this middle sizzle in position.
Faux
Just get it out the way. We've been doing cash a lot, man. We studied cash a lot of good sessions. I love it. Cash is fun now.
It's good to get the mix in too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like give the people more things.
Polarized, big bets. It's fun. All right. Let's roll it and then do that one.
All right, let's roll it.
Bang.
Oh, a regular contrast.
Praying game and came over here and got
China. He always does. Every week.
I don't care. I respect him. I respect that, man.
Every week he ditches Team Toe and goes over to the Mafia. He's a fair weather member of Team Toe.
No, we need any viewer we can get. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. We're on fumes over here. Good luck. 1993, pocket seven.
Gotta try and get the $5. I'm broke as fuck.
He's over here for the 50
He's playing for McDonald's meal. This motherfucker's hungry.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Hello, Poker Coaching members. Evan Jarvis here for PokerCoach.com.
I miss Evan's screen names.
Game quiz. For this one, we're playing a little 1-2 no limit hold'em over on the GG streets. That's why the names are all anonymous. But we do have our
we're gonna
poker
speed
tracker
run this fucking pre-flop,
which will help us get a read on our opponents and.
I just want to hear if he's got any reads
to the situation.
Yep.
So for this hand, we are folded 2 in the cutoff. We are playing 100 big blinds effective. We have what are probably regs on the button and the big blind, and we have someone who is definitely a recreational player in the small blind. 33 VPIP. 4 pre-flop raise and very little aggression. So with that information, action is on you. What should you do? Should you fold, call, raise to 2.5, or raise to 3x?
All right, we're just going to speed this part. Move on to the turn. Or move on to the flop, rather.
2.5. These things small on the multi-stream. You meet... What? I don't get paid enough to be reading out every little detail to you, sir. You're going to have to man up and pull that bitch real close to your face. No, I got you. Pocket sevens. What size? 3x to 2.5. First in. We're
Is that a question or a statement?
20. No, Praying Gaming needs me to tell him the details. 3x in cash, he says. 2.5. 2.5. All right. You ready?
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be 2.5. You can go 3 if you want. Ready, go.
Yep. 3 is going to be fine. He's going to say both are 10, and you really actually want to go 2.5. Not much 3xing in the solver land here. So 2.5. Let's do it.
Have you noticed that does that change 200 bigs deep or 300 bigs deep? Because I know in
We don't have
tournaments
300
does.
big solves, but 200 bigs deep, no.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, who's our... Oh, Contrast. I'm pretty sure Contrast went 2.5. Yeah, let's do it.
As long as you don't fold your hand here, everything's going to be fine. Seven's way too strong of a hand to fold. We also don't want to open the hand with an open limp, so we're not going to be calling. Depending on what strategy you're using, you could min raise here. You could 2.1x, you could 2.3x, you could 2.5x, you could 2.7x, you could 3x. Basically, any raise size is fine here. Just don't make it too big. And for me, I was doing 2.7x from the cutoff for this session, a little experimentation. Hence why you get 10 points if you pick 2.5 or 3, because we went right in the middle. We get a call from the small blind, which it's important to note that this is a recreational player, and they're going to have a much wider small blind calling range than Reg, who has a GTO calling range. So where a small blind calling range, cold calling range from a Reg would be pretty strong and pretty polarized towards those stronger hands, pretty concentrated towards those stronger hands in the deck. Not going to be the case when it is a recreational player who's splashing around and speculating, calling from the small blind. So something to keep in mind as the big blind folds, and we get a flop of ace, 7, deuce, 2 clubs, 1 diamond, giving us middle sizzle, and action checks to us 1280 in the middle, almost 200 behind. What should you do? Should you check, bet a third pot, bet half pot?
All right, we flop a set here, Praying Gaming, in the backseat multi-way on a 2-tone board. Ace, 7, deuce.
I thought you said you weren't going to give him the deets.
You know, I'm a nice guy, though. So this is what we do. CD Hindler, thank you for that follow. Appreciate that. Good morning, good afternoon. Half pot. Bet 50,
Contrast,
bet 50.
sizing up, going 3/4 pot. Saraxa with them, targeting A6.
Adobo, thank you for that follow as well. Appreciate that. Hope you guys are having good days.
Missy joining the crowd. We got a bunch of 3/4 and we got a bunch of 1/3.
I don't see a damn 1/3 in sight. All meaty.
Tina asks, why does it matter recreational versus rec? Because a recreational player is going to be calling here with a lot of different hands. And a good player, a regular, a pro, whatever you want to call it, one isn't going to have too much of a flatting range here, but they're also going to have a much more condensed, strong range on average here, playing out of position.
I can see 3/4 with a rec in the pot. Half pot seems nice. 3/4 for cap. And the man of the hour Praying Gaming going 1/2.
Lots of 3/4, lots of 3/4, lots of 1/3, and now all of a sudden, a bunch of half pots. So I've got everything but check all across the board.
Everything but check. Yep. Okay. What's the man in the hour over there going? What are they doing?
2/3 or 3/4.
3/4, and we're going half over here. I mean, this just feels like a perfect case to go bigger. Outside of going theoretically saying, oh, we don't go bigger multi-way or whatever. Oh, we're not multi-way, are we?
We're
just
not.
small blind call? Oh,
Yep.
We're just heads up with this guy. Probably just
Heads up with
half.
the fish.
Yeah, probably half, but I can see 3/4 versus this range, which are we going to lose some of the underpair in a situation like this? He probably flats a lot of suited hands. He probably has some ace-x flats he shouldn't. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mind greeting out and going 3/4 pot here, like just going big. At some frequency, unblocking all the ace-x, not having the club in our hand, more club combos in his hand, ace-x, and then underpair and stuff like that are probably just folding. King, queen, and all that shit's just folding anyway. So either half pot or 3/4. I kind of lean for greed, but half pot's gonna be safe.
Yeah, I think I would like always go 1/3 ish, like in tournaments, and then in a cash game here, you in my head and go half pot, and never even consider 3/4 spot. Seems
Yeah, just a wreck in this spot's just gonna have a range that he's either gonna continue with his flush draw, his ace-x, no matter what, whatever range you continue with.
And we
if
don't
he
want to
goes
start
third, he's
pricing
gonna play
out,
whatever.
you know, pocket 6s, pocket 8s, pocket 9s at flat. Like, we don't want to price those out. We want those to stay. All right? So, yeah.
His calling
Cool.
range is pretty inelastic. Yeah, I just think he's gonna call one with whatever ace-x, club draw, maybe even under pair if he flatted some with he'll probably peel one no matter what. Between half pot and 3/4, between those sizes, so we may as well get more. It's kind of how I'm thinking about it. Going a third feels pretty safe, heads up. You know, we don't need a lot of protection. Maybe he continue whiters, but a rec like this, I kind of just want to greed out in some way.
Peter says going kind of bigger than normal because of the flush draw. Like, I'm not really worried about the flush draw. This it's just especially from a flat from the small blind. It's not a huge portion of the range. We're trying to target the widest range possible. We're trying to get the most money from the widest range possible.
I bet theoretically going a third, exploitatively probably 3/4, and then just kind of standard half pot, right? So that's how I feel. Let's do it. Half pot.
I'm down with that. Shit, I don't know where we went 3/4.
You went 3/4. Yeah, let's do it.
Now, when I ran this hand through the solver, it definitely liked the larger bet size here. The reason it likes a larger bet size here, the bigger the better, is because when our opponent has an ace under GTO situations where it's going to be mostly stronger aces, they're very unlikely to be folding it for any size bet. With sevens, we are coolering ace, queen, ace, jack, very much so. And we want to build this pot as big as possible, as quickly as possible. Now, that being said, we're not just playing against a regular.
Can't even solve this because they don't have a call.
Against a recreational. And the same reasons for betting large with sevens make sense. We want to extract maximum value from a pair of aces.
There's some ranges that do.
Knowing that our opponent is calling with a much wider range than that, I decided to go with the strategy of betting my entire range for a third pot on this ace-high, pretty dry board. So that I could bet with more hands, expecting to get a ton of folds, but still having plans for how I could build the pot to a significant size on later streets if we just get called.
Half pot would be my
I do not like checking behind here. We have a hand that we want to build the pot with, and it's a board that greatly favors our range over our opponents. We're definitely going to be wanting to bet more often than not. Our opponent continues with a call, and the turn is the 5 of diamonds, where things start to get a little fun. $21 in the middle, 190 behind. Actions on you. What should you do? Should you bet quarter pot, bet 3/4 pot, mix in an overbet for 125% pot, or mix in an overbet for 175% pot?
If you guys want to see the solve real quick, Evan ain't lying. Sevens has mixing a decent amount of 50% for sure, but vastly prefers 75% pot.
Told you.
Mixes in a little bit of 125% pot as well.
Yeah, maybe it would go 30 versus the big blind range as much, I wonder. But the small blind range, yeah. I thought Theory might want it to mix it into more small, but it's small blind range. We just want to eat. Adobo says, I'm sorry, I missed that. Thank you for that follow. It says, just a question. To improve my game, do I really have to buy Poker Tracker? The answer is probably yes. I don't imagine a world where you can just watch videos or you don't really get to figure out what your own leaks are. You need to be getting in your database. You need to be tracking your own play. You need to be checking your win rate, your statistics at every position to become like much better. So I don't see how you can just do that watching shit.
Yeah, to Six's point, like it's not about the HUD. Like the HUD's cool.
It's not about
use the HUD if you can use the HUD. It's about being able to review your own tournaments and mark hands and post those marked hands to your coaches and your support group. And it's $100 one-time cost, lifetime. Like it's the easiest buy ever.
Yeah, and if you have more questions like that, you can type those in. And also, I host 2 study groups in the Discord every Tuesday and Thursday where I answer questions. We can have discussions. You know, I can give you breakdowns and. We make it a group really about helping people out. So if you have the time to join those, feel free. But Kep says 125%. Molten says 175, 125. Bet 75. Cool. So I see a few different ones. Only 175, a couple 125s. A lot of overbetting. Here you go, buddy. Here's. Oh, you already joined the Discord. Go to the event section. I don't know if we updated all the events for this week, but all the study groups, so you can get notified to those, are there.
Damn it. There's only one event in there right now. I'll get it updated by the end of the day for the rest of the month.
Yeah, we'll get there.
There's 6 free study groups a week, plus all the premium webinars. I'll have all of that in there by the end of the day.
All right, cool.
Poker Tracker, Hold'em Manager, better for Ignition. I'm a better fan. I think Poker Tracker's better. Hold'em Manager has a better interface. However, 99% of poker players use Poker Tracker. So if you just want ease of dealing with that, Poker Tracker's better.
All right, let's do it.
Lots of 125s in the chat. A couple. I see a 175 from Sea Stars. Even Jellyfish going 125. I believe I'm looking for contrast. What 125 as well.
And a note might be the nuts if you are a data.
175.
I think about getting there
For contrast.
All right, you guys are going contrast going 175.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish we were going 175. Brandon Gaiman's going 125, 175. He doesn't have 3-4, even though a straight comes on the board. Double flush draws. He definitely has some equity here. He still has some ace-X, sweet cooler, ace-5. 175. Big as fuck. Dark purple in the solver. Dark purple and fucking GTO Wizard is the way I would see the color.
What sucks is 125 is pretty dark purple, and then 175 is just a hair, slight shade darker, so it's hard to tell. I probably would have gone 125 or so. Overbet's the important thing.
75.
For sure. And we overbet a lot when more draws come in the turn. We don't really have to worry about 3-4-0, so it's basically when more draws come in the turn and straights don't connect, but brings in a lot more straight draws. This 5 is perfect.
175 so we can jam the river. If you think about how much 200% pot is, what is that? You go like 40. Yeah, they would be able to just jam the river. It would be more just enough, right?
Yep.
Yeah, if we go like 200% pot, they'd be able to jam. Yeah, let's do it. 170. Oh, we're going to go 125, but I'm hoping it's 175.
Solver prefers 125.
Fuck. All right, 125.
Let's do it.
But let's see if
now
Evan
that our
solves it different, I
opponent
would go
has
175.
called on the flop,
But let's do it.
and he can have some weak hands, but he can also have flush draws and pairs of aces. We definitely want to build this pot as big as possible.
Oh yeah,
and
either
now
one makes sense.
The reason that we
I would
would have
fuck
liked a
humbly.
larger bet on the flop, which is why it was the 10-point play, was because then we'd be dealing with a bigger pot now, and we'd have a better chance to be able to get our entire stack in by the river without having to do some, 3, 4, 500% pot bet on the river. So at this point, we really want to target that pair of aces hand with a good kicker, or an unlikely set or an unlikely 2-pair that our opponent can have, because he is calling with a wider range from the small blind than most regulars would. So we want to use an overbet here. Betting 75% pot, yes, you're going to get called by all the aces, but this type of player is not going to fold a pair of aces for 125, probably not even for 175% pot, because relative to stacks, it doesn't seem like a lot of money. We could bet $37 here. It's still 10% of his stack. And recreational players often look at the bet relative to their stack size rather than the bet relative to the pot size. So I really like to overbet here. I went with 150%. So either overbet here gets 10 points. And we do get the call, which means our opponent is now weighted towards at least a pair of aces. And it means we want to go for a lot of value on later streets, if things brick off. Which they don't exactly brick off. 9 of diamonds coming in on the river, completing the backdoor flush draw. Our opponent checks to us, actions on you. What should you do? Should you check, bet 10%, bet 75%, or go all in?
We ain't scared. Grip and rip, you're blocking. We ain't scared. Damn.
Wait. The fuck is
75% are all in.
What the fuck is this middle option here?
Bet 75%. I think it's
bet 10%, 10, bet 75%.
Yeah, we got to send it. They griefed it. Somebody griefed it on the input, but it's bet 75% pot. Is the way I interpret it.
I actually think they're supposed to be. I actually think they're supposed to be bet 10, bet 75, and go all in.
Well, I see what you're saying.
I think I put the two buttons together. I wonder if you click on either side if it matters. I'm throwing this.
God, I want more coffee. Might make a pot. Yeah, verbally he gave 10% and 75%. Oh, so it's fucked. I see. Well, there's no such thing as a position blocker bet, so that would be shit, right? Reopening the action for 10% just to get ripped on. Imagine the disgust you would feel. You'd have to walk away from the cash table. Just stick with it. I'd be so tilted that I would just give the rest of the stack away. Right? Why would I do this bad? All right. We are. What are you doing, Praying? Ripping it.
Contrast going 10% blocker. Jam for Stars, Jam for Cyrus, Tina, T-Snake, Meatball, Dennis, Sir Axel. Nope, not Sir Axel.
Well, it's busted as
Missy,
hell now.
Penny.
I don't know what to do. 75%, but this is the button's fucked. So is it just all in for 200% pot when the backdoor flush gets there? I don't know about that.
Lots of 75s.
Cool. We're all in. A lot of all ins over here in the Mafia. Holy shit, you guys are sickos.
Contrast blocking.
All right. Cool. You ready?
Yeah. Solver going 85%.
I was about to say, I'm only going. You can't go all in here because think about the combos he can have. He can have the ace of diamonds. He can have ace queen of diamonds, ace king of diamonds, ace jack of diamonds, ace eight of diamonds. He can have those. Just calling here, calling with top pair and a backdoor flush draw, picking up equity, and bang bang. When you jam, is a single fucking ace going to call you? Is the question. No, I don't think ace queen would call you if you 1, 2, 3, 2x pot jam this river. There's no way that hand should call you. So you bet 75 to get called by all the worst. Hell no, ain't no single pair ace x calling 2x pot jams.
Nope.
On a 1, 2, 3 line.
Nope.
No shot. It's time to retire if you're calling there, like with ace 10, ace jack. It's time to hang them up. Depends on the rack. Yeah, you have to have a damn good read. But I'm talking generally. And he still has nut combos with top pair that just called. He's calling with some suited aces here. Like, I don't know. It feels greedy. It feels too greedy. 75. So we could still get called by anything that's not just a set or two pair.
Solver goes 85% with all the combos except for Diamond Hearts. Diamond Hearts, it checks. I don't know why. Blocker. Weird blocker.
All right. Let's see what happens. We're going to go all in. So is everyone else. It feels, I can't imagine. We get called by ace 7, ace 5. Fives. But I don't know. Let's try it.
We're going to try and click this 10% button. Kieran's
We're going to
checking
try
out
to
this
click
quiz.
the all in button and piss down our leg. Let's do it.
Now, when checking with a basic simulation,
you
preferred
can't-
options
you
were
can't.
checking and betting 10%.
Not in
But
cash.
that is assuming a regular in the small blind. That's assuming someone who's continuing with a traditional range from the small blind on the flop and on the turn, and someone who's going to be weighted towards a lot of backdoor flush draws, lots of pairs of aces that aren't two pair, hands that either have made a backdoor flush or can't call a lot. The solver was a big fan of the 10% bet here, as well as the check. But me personally, in this situation, knowing that we are up against a recreational player who has
that is the button.
shown that they probably have a pair of aces, I want to go for a lot of value.
60.
I want to go for a lot of value here. I don't think that the all-in bet makes total sense here because it is 2x pot. The backdoor flush draw did complete, and it may scare our opponent off a one-pair type hand. That being said, if he has two pair, we're probably getting the call if we go all in here. Had we gone larger on the flop and been able to do a larger overbet on the turn, we could be sitting here with about 1.5x pot and easily be able to shove it. But given the way the hand is played so far, I think that the overbet for 2x pot is stretching it a little bit much, and we're more likely to get looked up if we go something like 75% pot here, which we do, and our opponent calls with
60.
Ace-5 offsuit, and that's why we love to play in these games with these recreational players.
Ace-5.
Just
Oh,
getting involved with hands that have absolutely no business getting involved. Losing 50 big blinds, and honestly, if we sized up our betting from the beginning,
we lost a little
probably
bit versus
could have
that
won it all.
specific hand, but this is the Rangers.
10 points for the check and the
That's good.
10% because that's what the solver would do under normal settings. But in this setting, with the recreational player in the mix and the wider range in play, I like going for the larger bet, trying to get a lot of value, and that's what we were able to do. Anyway, this is Evan Jarvis for PokerCoaching.com. That's going to wrap it up for this quiz. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Peter says, can we even check considering that you might call the overbet on the turn? Can we even check considering that he called the overbet on the turn? No, I wouldn't check. Like, if he calls the overbet on the turn, he's going to be, like we said, so ace high heavy that you're going to want to get value. And also, like, the guy who's been flatting isn't generally going to start betting. He's usually just going to check back a lot, especially when you go bet over bet. Like, he's going to take his ace 10 and check the river, which sucks for us.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you do have to be careful getting here on rivers. People, better players, and at some frequency, he's going to have the flush here as well. If he can have ace-5 off, he can have ace-8 suited here and never fold
ace-6
it.
of diamonds.
Ace-6 of diamonds is going to be in this cat's range. You know, ace-4 of diamonds is going to be in this man's range as well as this ace-5. So I really like Grip's analysis here on this, and you have to bet fold if you get jammed on, I think. I don't know if this player is going to check raise. Maybe you just have to check raise a weak player. But even this player would just call and not raise with two pair on the board like this. So when he raises you, you're probably dead. So I don't know. It's
Oh yeah, I mean he didn't even raise here.
Sets, but you know,
he didn't even raise here with two pair and dime blocker.
King Queen of diamonds. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. And yeah, his story. Somebody said his story to his friends is that he got cooler and was just running bad.
Right.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's funny. Sweet. We got a 33 for that, by the way.
That's cute.
Oh, piss. This an instant all piss. I know
Swish.
that statement. Well, damn. Well, shit. Well done. Good job. Who did the quiz? Who was that? Who switched it?
Contrast.
Well done, buddy. Good job over there. And thanks for holding it down over here, Praying. It's all good, fam. New keyword. WSOP. I'm getting excited. I can't wait. I keep something basic ass bitch shit. Let's do it. WSOP. Just get it in. You guys should be getting excited as well. Somebody in this channel is going to make a deep run. Somebody's going to final table something. Somebody may even win a goddamn bracelet this summer. Maybe it's you. Maybe you make that deep run. Let's do it. Jellyfish.
39 months for Jelly. Thanks for the sub.
30 here. Thanks, fam. I appreciate you, man.
It's still a long time.
It really is. Blick. I can't even pronounce the name. I would giga grief it if I tried to. Thank you for the follow.
Blikolas.
Blikolas.
That's how I heard it.
Yeah. Nice. Very good. Thank you for that follow. So go ahead and get those WSOPs in the chat. Got that going. We'll pick another quiz, and I think it's an appropriate time. We talked about it a little bit earlier. But yeah, guys, with the WSOP right around the corner, every Thursday we're doing some work around things to expect, maybe some play, like studying how live poker works, right? We're just trying to study live multi-way spots. So we're looking at a lot of multi-way sims. We're looking at dunk leads out of position. We're looking at fucking c-betting out of position, facing unreasonable sizes and shit that doesn't make sense. So we're trying to prepare ourselves for this summer for that, and we're doing that every week in the study groups that I host as well. So trying to mix it up a little bit. There's the Discord link. The events will be updated, so you guys are more. It's free for anyone. The links are. We drop those every week, so yeah, it's usually going to be here in the. Whoops, wrong one. It's usually going to be here in the event section. Here. And then you'll be able to see once this is updated, and then in the study groups here are the replays. So always got to show that people are getting a lot of value out of it. I know some people are crushing it from that group, so wanted to always drop that. So all right, that's enough of that. You got another quiz you want to do, brother?
Yeah, sorry, I was still with chat. No solver practice today.
I mean, we can.
We could do.
It's
Look how
WSOP live.
wishy-washy Sixes is all of a sudden on like his favorite thing ever.
No, it's because the solver. After running the Odin shit last week, it just turned me the hell off. It's just so bad.
I don't remember what happened.
The 8-9. I remember
1977.
1977. Short stack play. Oh, wait a minute. It's not a live tournament. We need live. Well, we can always make it applicable. So short stack play in the BB. All right, 1977. Our friend Matt Affleck. You know this shit is ran, so it's going to be good. The 8-9 suited call. I remember it as well. Just disgusting, putrid int.
I didn't even remember it. I see too many hands.
I remember it.
I see too many hands every week. I can't.
I got pretty reasonable recall, so I don't know. All right. You ready to roll it?
Already did. We're just bringing in heat.
We got the same cats. Jellyfish.
Ooh, up against the Savage. Ginger.
Oh, no shit.
Mm-hmm.
No shit. It's Ginger in the house. Good luck.
Short stack, yay. Ginger, December. I haven't forgotten. Don't divorce me.
DRV, thank you for that follow. And Jellyfish, good luck, my fine sir. I still have to gift sub MTT Hero. Joey, I got you, fam. And let's go ahead. Oh, 1977. We'll do that.
Yep.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Hold it down over here. Let's do it.
All right, in this hand we have the King 10 offsuit on the button. We have a 15.5 big blind stack in the small blind, an 11 big blind stack in the big blind. Should we fold, raise the 2 big blinds, or go all in?
This actually feels kind of close.
All right, what do
Let me know what you do. I'm going to grab some caffeine. Struggling.
The year my son was born, 1977. This is quite close, Moten says. To what? When you guys say close to what?
Close to folding.
I lean 2 over Jim, I see. We have no context on small or big blind. Huh? No, we don't know a damn.
We have one bit of information.
What?
They're short stacked.
Well, yeah. It's 15 effective. All right.
Yes.
Sin and Cove is raising. Hello.
Lots of 2s. One all in for Sir Axel.
Folding is the only clear wrong answer. All in for MTT Hero. Mostly just going to raising for T2 Snake.
I don't think there's any ICM here that we've talked about.
Just chip EV. 2 big blinds for a double. You guys already 2. Wait a minute. Jellyfish, what are you doing? Did your guy go?
I don't know. Ginger going 2.
2? Okay. And Jellyfish is all win. If the small blind is a bit smaller, I just prefer jam. Okay, cool. I'm just jamming every time. But not every time, like most of the time. Almost every time. I'd probably just fucking just shrug jam this. For me personally, I don't know.
I was thinking like 15.5 bigs was a little too much to just jam. I'm looking at the solver at 14 pure jam. At 17 mixes 40% jam, 20% to.
I haven't even looked. I'm just
and 40% limp. So yeah, jamming's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
at 14 we have no min raise here. It is jam or limp.
I mean, I just know if I was the way I look at this spot and I see 15, what would you do if you had 14 bigs here? That's how I play the situation.
Yeah, that's what.
If I have 15, that's what you're supposed to do. So some people look at the 35. I have 35 bigs, and I don't want to raise and fold and lose. But if you were sitting here with 15 big blinds, effectively,
I might min raise it. That's why I was thinking, but I would have been making a mistake.
Yeah, I'd have fucking snap jammed this bitch if I had 15, 14 bigs. So I wouldn't overcomplicate it. And if I had the effective stack that they have, I would just be fighting for my life.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Right? Yeah. So some people see it differently and see.
Like I said, this is even jamming 40% at 17 bigs. Scared. It's definitely jammed. Never living period is fine, Maggie. You definitely can't fold here, Maggie. Let me show you.
Hail to the no, to
what
the
your range
no.
should look like. Green is call, purple is jam, orange is raise, blue is fold. So
see, but the problem is I don't want to fold. You guys thinking about folding? That's why I want to jam. I just want to run it versus ace 8. I'm gonna win.
I was talking about folding pre.
I know. I'm talking to my chat.
Oh.
All right, let's do it. We are all in. And sure, maybe it's not always the perfect strat.
Almost the whole army went too.
Shit, me and Jolly all in. I don't run good enough for that. And if you don't, you just register for another tournament. They run all kind of tournaments, you know. Tournaments are running 24 hours a day. Fuck it. Register for another one if you lose.
Here's a chart, Maggie, with the no limb strategy. So just raising all of this stuff, and the dark stuff is all in. King 10-0 all.
We didn't drive to the casino. This is nice about playing. We didn't drive anywhere. You lose, you got just register for something else. It's cool. I don't have to drive anywhere else to play more. Sweet. All right.
I had this weird scenario. Real quick tangent. I had this weird scenario day before yesterday, where I was playing, and I always start early because there's some early tournaments on BetOnline that I like to play, and by coincidence, I started at 11:30 and busted everything by 12:30, and then had nothing starting until 1. And I was like, I have 30 minutes here. I literally have no idea what to do with myself. So I had to take a 30-minute break and come back. That never happens. All right, we're raising 2. Let's go.
On it.
I think always the best
every
option
time
here.
Wait a minute, where did 2 get?
It's on the charts. 6.
Because the bigger stack that we're risking more against, so the small blind can't call off quite.
You want
to
raise fold to ace 8? Fucking ace 8. You might raise fold to king 8.
Having slightly tighter
you might fold to
range
that.
Here. Benefits us here. Min raising here, the problem with min raising here is when we get jammed on, we're not really inducing worse hands to jam, and
good point.
We're also not when we jam, we're not getting better hands to fold. King Jack and King Queen aren't folding here, so this is just kind of the middle of the hand that wants to deny some equity, and we can get a few ace highs from the small blind to fold, and make sure we just realize all our equity, and we just kind of want to just pick up the 2.5 big blinds. We have blockers to the calls. Our hand doesn't play well enough post flop. King 9 off, we would just min raise and fold. However, King 10 is just strong enough to jam that I think jamming is going to be the best option here. This is something that I found a leak in my game where I'm just not jamming enough in these spots and kind of use I have a post flop edge. But I'm probably increasing my variance here by not jamming. So we go for the min raise. Big blind calls. Fall comes ace jack 7 with 2 clubs. Should we check, bet 1.5, bet 3 big blinds, or go all in?
Oh, you min raised the game, huh?
You know how he is. Yep.
Okay. I have a flood of thoughts coming in the situation. You can always find something to play. The problem was, Beats, it was early day. The prime shit hadn't started. I could play some bullshit PKO that I didn't want to play. And then late reg, a bullshit PKO that I didn't want to play to begin with. You know what? That's why I have a fucking arcade. I walk out the room, play some NBA jams. I got to get my NBA jams on so I can smoke 6s when he comes out in a couple weeks. Got to get my warm up. It's fucking dunk on his ass like he was doing to people at the WSOP last year. Scaring poor James Romero.
So we could be coming this to
1.5, 1.5, 1.5. 3 for Beats. Sizing up on this board. 3 for Ginger, 3 for the meatball, 3 for Penny.
Dude, we've had some fucking sweaty ass battles versus the computer in NBA Jam last summer. Holy shit!
Oh, that shit's
I'm
rigged as
literally
fuck.
fucking exhausted. Like
It's rigged as fuck.
so hard.
You have a 20-point lead,
dude.
and then they just start drilling threes
And
from
pushing
half
you
court. From half court, just drilling threes. Yeah, they make it a close game every time.
So battles, dude. All right, 1.5s in the chat. T2 Snake going 3. Someone said with ICM, what are we doing here with 15? On a money bubble, you probably can raise folds in a spot like this, but jamming is still going to have to show some EV.
Yeah,
I would
it's going to show
imagine.
a lot of
You
people
still
are going to
can jam.
overfold.
Yeah, you can still jam, man.
I think the cool thing about ICM is you jam this because those hands on the fringe that Matt was talking about, like King Jack, start to fold with ICM if you're close to the money.
All right, 1.5 is what everyone is doing here outside of T2 Snakes, who's just going 3, and guess you couldn't fold, but
We got 1.5 for everybody except for Bates, Ginger, Meatball, and Missy, all going 3.
upsizing even with this shallow of an SPR. Kep's just going 1 BB, 1 BB, 1. I got you. All right,
This is a
1.5.
really weird scenario because this is 100% a size up board. However, this guy's got 9 bigs. So like 1.5 is kind of big for his fucking stack. And 3 bigs is weird. Are we going 3 and calling off? In which
You have
case,
to. What do you mean?
do we
There's
just
gonna be
jam? Like
There's gonna be
this is a
11
really
out
this is a
there.
really weird spot. So I think it might be jam. 3 seems weird. 1.5 is big for his stack. So I'm really not sure what to do here given these bet size options.
I mean, yeah, a lot of your ranges.
Everything but check. The other thing too is this guy flatted on 10 bigs. He's got 0 ace-x in his range, so we can go small and get this done quite a bit. However, this is a big bet board. We don't even have a club. Fuck. I don't know. I might jam.
You might just literally a spaz out.
Yeah.
You can still get him to push worse draws and worse hands you have equity with. I mean, just go 1-5, right, and call. Go 3 and what? Like, I don't know. You're just
This
gonna
is
get
awesome.
literally everything. But I think just going still 1.5. We think about what the SPR is gonna be. And then what the pot odds are gonna be with his range if you don't think he has an ace-x. Yeah. So I would just go small always. Sometime in game, just go 1 and then 1.5 is fine. So let's do it 1.5, I believe, is what we're doing here.
Ginger going 3. Let's do it.
Wait a minute. What did you do here, Jellyfish? Oh, 1.5, I guess.
I can see 1.5. It's big for their stack.
I clicked it. Yep.
So ace high flop here is going
Don't level
to be
yourself.
very, very good for us since the big blind is going to be rejamming almost all of their ace X pre-flop. So they basically can just only have a jack. So I really like, we should just be betting everything here for a small size. 1.5, even 1 big blind is probably enough here because they don't really have ace X here. So just a simple spot where the big blind's range is too weak and we need to be betting everything for that reason. This is probably too big. I don't think I need to go this big. Big blind calls, 9 of clubs on the turn, and we face a check. Should we check, bet 3 big blinds, or go all in?
What the fuck with this hand? This is the weirdest hand with the weirdest stack depths. This is such a weird spot. Why, Matt? Why?
These are good spots.
This is why this fucker busted 5th at our final table the other day. Here it is.
Putting himself in these hard
Dog shit reg.
bullshit. I'm gonna clip that. You know
Clip
where you
it.
can.
I was yelling out in chat yesterday. I was like, Jesus fuck, Matt. Like, why are you at my table again, you fucking stalker? Like, leave me the fuck alone. We play together all the time. It's crazy. Check. Everybody checking. Ginger.
Check.
This is,
Bet tiny
Ginger says, this
against
is
board
redonkulous. I wish I could hear Ginger say this is redonkulous in her voice. That would be the highlight of my day. All in for Ginger. Fuck this guy. Got no ace-x.
Where is the fold? He says. That's funny.
Penny all in. You can't open fold. What the hell?
Folds to an 80% pot jam. Board coverage is all over the BB. Part of me thinks we can put BB in a terrible spot with the jam because a ton of flush draws from. Part of me thinks we need a. I lean towards jam. So Molten Ashes is jamming. Heroes checking. Jellyfish says check. All right, cool. We're checking. Over here. What are you doing?
I'm laughing at Ginger. Fuck, man.
What is Ginger doing here?
She's jamming. Fuck this. She said this is redonkulous and jammed.
Cool. What are you doing?
Never getting here this way.
Okay, well, now that we're here, what are we doing? Well,
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Check and move on because we get to realize equity versus the jack, and some of his jack X has straight draws in the club, or he has club. I mean, we just don't. I think some of his jack X just picked up equity, has a club and a straight draw.
He's got more flushes.
Some of his fair picks. Yeah, he's just not going to be overfolding too much here himself. If he has a queen of clubs, 10 clubs, something like that. So we just try to check, realize equity, get there versus single pair hands and things like that. We get to realize our equity. We maybe sometimes get to jam rivers as a bluff if he checks again on some run out. So check for me. We're not going to really be turning a hand with draws with no club into a bluff when it gets there.
Seems good.
So, all right. Let's do it. We are going to check here as well, so we'll do that.
Ready?
King 10 here, turning to double gutter. Certainly, good enough to go all in as a semi-bluff here, but there's one thing about this hand I don't like, that I would check this variety and maybe bet with a different variety of King 10. And that's because we have the 10 of diamonds.
Good point. Block the back
some
door.
Some of the weakest hands that the big blind floats with is probably going to be hands with 2 diamonds in it. And having a diamond is going to block some of those hands that are going to fold the turn now. So if we had a hand that, if we had King 10 with a club, or King 10 without a diamond, those are the ones I'm going to want to bet.
Love it.
And the ones with a diamond or no club are going to be the ones I want to check. So this specific variety of King 10, I think is going to be best as a check. We have King of clubs, 10 of hearts. That's the one where you want to be betting. Another reason I like checking here is that when you look in theory at the solver output for this hand, the big blind is supposed to just check raise all in with their jack X hands, like jack 8. And since they don't have ace X, jack X is kind of their top pair, so they just kind of check raise with their top pair hands, which are really jack X here. And I don't think that happens, so I think we run into a big blind range here that's just too strong, and therefore I want to be barreling less on the turn, and again, having the King 10 might just narrow it to the King 10 with a club that I start to barrel. So I go for the check back here, mostly because I have the diamond in my hand, and I think this big blind range is too strong of jack X that's never going to fold. 4 hearts on the river, and the big blind checks again. Should we check, or should we go all in?
That's kind of the first picture. I mean, he got here in a fucked up weird way, and if you get somewhere in a weird fucked up way, you still got to play good from that point forward, right? So don't get yourself in the spot, but if you're in the spot, you got to do play your best way possible, right? Sure.
Yeah, sometimes you may get to consider I might start after you, so sometimes they're still talking at the end, right when your video ends.
Villain getting here is ridiculous. I mean, pretty standard, right? They're gonna defend all 6-8 of clubs or something, right? And gonna check call flop for sure, and then go from there. That's pretty common for big blind defend.
Cap, I think what you're underestimating is them picking up equity with their jack X on this club too often as well. It's not like they just have even if they jack 8 off, jack 10 off. In these random jack X with a club, they're not folding, bro. And the jack X with a gut shot and the pair, it's not folding. You don't have fold equity versus that on the turn. So
all in again, says Ginger.
All right.
A couple of checks out there, lots of all-ins.
People just shrugging it in. Does this have showdown? Do we need to use this portion of our range as a bluff? Do we take any value lines and put them in there?
Only all in was pre. This is a check. This is no showdown. Trying to get a jack or single club. His hand folds is praying. King be good. Please be good, says Contrast.
Wait a minute, what are we doing here? Why you be taking so long? Let's get in here with your jellyfish. What are you doing?
He's got to know ace-x in his range. Contrast. He jams all his ace-x pre.
Jesus. Check because we checked the turn and river didn't help us. Keeping it a buck bitty. Didn't help us. I'm done.
Contrast says the jack doesn't fold. Praying says it does when I stare him in the face.
I stare him in the face.
Give him the evil eye. That fucker's shook. Snap folds his jack. He has jacks in his range. Doesn't have any ace-x.
All right, so jellyfish is just checking.
Ginger all in. Again.
Ooh, Ginger all in again. We got a perfect score right now.
Ooh, this is a close race. This is the decision
So
maker
this
right
is the
here.
Decision maker, yeah. And we're checking. You checking or are you just running it?
Me?
Yeah.
Snap all in. We have no showdown value. He's got no ace-x and no flush. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, I don't think he would check flush. I don't think he has zero ace-x. It would be the saddest shit in the world here is what happens to you is when you check this king 10 and he shows you king 6-7.
Yes, exactly. 6-7 off.
He showed you just 6-7 off.
It's the worst in the world.
I would rather I'm losing my stack before I get shown 7-8. 7-8 of hearts. He didn't win the damn pre.
I'd rather give the good game, nice call than the fucking fuck. This is just a ranging thing, right? Like he's got no flush when he checks the river because he's gonna bet to try and get called by an ace because he doesn't want the ace to check back. So he's got no flush. He's got no ace-x because he would have jammed pre, which means he's got a 7 or a jack. We block the straight. He's got a showdown value hand. Get this fucker in.
I would love to do this more with a single club. So it's just, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not losing to 7x. And then even Jack 8 and stuff like that. I guess. Yeah. Sometimes we're gonna run into a Jack that just heroes it off, and sometimes, but we're blocking enough straights, and I don't think people slow play enough here. And if I lose to a 7, I'm gonna fucking be tilted. So let's go all in. All right.
Ready?
No, we're. I'm sorry, we're checking.
All right, let's do it.
Checking might be the best, but I'm
for the win.
I would grief it, probably, right? Check. Whew. Okay. Jellyfish.
I think the same situation applies here. Having
You did it, America. What did you get for the gym? A 7?
Oh, we have
on the river.
23 total points. I was trolling you.
Queen 10 with Queen 10 of diamonds.
I'm just gonna keep you on your toes.
6 of diamonds, something like that. I think we have just enough showdown. I don't think this player has king queen, so we kind of have the.
I like your jam on the river, Ginger. Fuck this guy.
Hands like that. King 8, I might bluff. If I had like king 6 suited, I'd bluff. But with king 10 here, I think we have just enough showdown value. And again, I think this range is slightly too strong of like Jack X.
Show him a 7.
Value bet enough. So I think we.
I hope he has 6-7-0 so bad.
Maybe
I'm anti-sweating Matt
5,
so hard right now.
6% of the time, something like that. But again, having the diamond here is just going to be pretty rough to bluff with. And
Contrast, you took this quiz. Get out of here.
Man, take it down, which is good.
You took this quiz. Ginger, here's the plan. You're gonna call me. I'm gonna forward it to Affleck, and we can both call him Redonkulous for how he played this quiz. We'll do it together.
I got to gift a sub. Jellyfish, well done.
Oh shit, we're out of time. We doing another one, or are we out of time?
It's up
We're
to
right
you,
on the
man.
cusp. We're on the cusp.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I don't care. You usually have to go by this time.
Here, I got to give 2 subs. So that's for MTT Hero. And that is the gift sub for you, Jellyfish. Congratulations. Well done. A perfect score is not easy to achieve. This was a difficult.
This is a weird quiz. Yeah, good, really good.
And you know why it was so hard? Because we didn't just jam pre this spot.
Yeah.
And if you think people are overfolding and taking a little bit, it's actually higher variance to be min raising this spot. It doesn't feel like it, but as
we just experienced it,
right?
right?
Look at the variance of this, and then sometimes you're gonna overfold to someone jamming a hand that you flip against, or you're dominating. Imagine someone sitting here and just jamming King 8 suited, Queen Jack, Queen 10 suited, Queen. You're like any of these combos, and you folding King 10 off when you're ahead. That's going to happen sometimes if you're not studied in this spot. And then you don't want to call it off. What I'm telling you is jam it. People aren't going to call off ace-4 enough, but you know what they will do? Fold it when you jam. Or if you open, you get jammed on by some shit you do well against, and you can't call it off. Just think about that. I don't know. You can't avoid playing poker in some spots. You can't avoid poker. Like, this is just a spot that you're gonna have to get used to. Like, I don't know. So, well done. Haven't played in 2 weeks. That's why I did so well. Well, you're also a member of the study groups. That's why you did so well. And you come in there and you work your ass off. That's why. Well done, buddy. Gift subs to Chuck Nola and Ascension, legends of the game, good guys. And yeah, I think that has to do it. These take about 20 minutes sometimes to do with the whole process. And I do have to get out of the house and take the kids up to the gym. So
I knew this was happening. I'm ready to go. Want to throw it to Travesty?
Yeah, we can drop it off to Travesty. Let me make sure I don't misspell his name because I'm sure I will. But yeah, guys, thank you for hanging out. Let me make sure to give Toe that shout out. Shout out God's Big Toe. Guys, make sure to give Toe some love. He's been on an absolute heater, crushing it. I'm going to be back tomorrow playing another pretty big session like we did last week. We played the 300, 162, all the majors on Iggy. So I'll be back tomorrow on stream doing that if you guys don't have shit else to do. But thank you guys. And we got the Poker Coaching Discord. And yeah, that's it. I forgot Travesty's fucking name. So you got any final words?
This is a travesty. This is a Travis T.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no problem. All the links in the chat for you. YouTube, if you want to see this one, anyone we've ever done in the past. The Cash Command for 6 is give that sucker a host. A follow. He streams like a motherfucker. PC, if you want to sign up for getting some of these quizzes and a bunch of free shit. Discord for my Discord channel. Before we come in there, we hang out, we chat, we sweat, we talk poker, we talk other shit too. And then the PokerCoaching Discord as well. And then I'll get the event section actually done right now for both those. So see you later. Peace.
Take care, guys. Peace out. Ray is going. Peace.